Hey there, it's Maya from MayaElias.com, and today I want to talk to you about the 3 things you need to be mindful of if you don't want to be considered a fraud online. So I know a lot of us have these fraud feelings, especially when we are in a business of teaching and coaching and training. We don't want to be labeled as somebody that's a fraud, and we want to make sure that we feel qualified to give out information on how to do something, right? So here are the 3 E's that you need to consider yourself an expert. Number 1 is education. Now, I don't mean formal education. You don't have to have a 4-year degree or even a 2-year degree, but are you at least reading books on this topic? Are you taking online courses, or have you attended any classes or workshops on this topic that you're teaching on? You want to make sure that if you are teaching somebody something, that you're getting your own training on it to make sure that you are giving them the best information. This is so important that you invest in your education. If it's something as small as listening to podcasts, reading some blogs, buying some books, taking some classes, right? So when is the last time that you've invested in the things that you teach? So if you are a makeup artist, you want to make sure that you're going to classes by people who are better makeup artists than you. If you are a finance coach, you want to make sure that you are updated on the most relevant information about finances. You want to make sure that you are consistently educating yourself on your topic. That is how you stand out, and that is also how you stay at the top and get noticed as an expert. Number 2 is experience. Now, this is really, really important, and I might even argue that experience is more important than education, because the real reason a lot of people get labeled as frauds is because they take these classes and they take these courses and they start teaching before they implement. You want to make sure that even if you have all of the education in the world, that you are taking what you learn and applying it to your own life or business. You need to know that the things that you are teaching are tried and true by trial and error that you have experienced. This is how people are really going to connect with you. So before you tell me how to make $5,000 from my blog, you should have consistently made $5,000 from your blog. Before you teach me how to handle my finances and save more, you need to make sure that you are somebody who knows how to handle their money properly. If you are going to be teaching somebody something, you cannot just regurgitate information that you took in a course or an online class or read in a book. This has to be education that has been tried and tested by you. What is your experience with the things that you are teaching? And the 3rd E is examples. You want to make sure that you are not your only case study. Now, do you have testimonials and case studies from clients or friends that you have actually helped? This is going to prove that people have used what you are teaching and have gotten results. This is the ultimate way to make sure that you are not labeled as a fraud. You want to make sure that you have education to back you up, but experience and examples are what's really going to set you apart. You want to make sure you know what you're talking about when you're teaching. You want to make sure that not only have you applied this information for yourself, but you have examples of the actual results that you have received from yourself and from your clients or friends or family members if you are not yet starting your business. So what are you thinking? How do I get clients if I don't have these examples yet? So my suggestion is ask friends or family, or hop into a Facebook group of people that you would consider to be in your target audience, and maybe, ask them to swap services with you, or ask them if they would be willing to be a case study for you for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, however long it's going to take for them to get results to what your training is, and measure their results. See where they are when they start out, measure where they are after 3 weeks, then after 6 weeks, then after 9 weeks. Once you do this, you'll have at least one amazing case study, and you can start pushing yourself and positioning yourself as an expert. It's a really, really scary and nerve-wracking feeling to feel like you're a fraud, especially when you're in a saturated industry. So you want to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success by always being knowledgeable about your expertise. You want to make sure that you are always applying this education so you can teach based on your experiences, not by what you learned in a book. And then you also want to make sure that you have amazing case studies or amazing testimonials so other people's results can speak for you. It's always better when people can back you up by saying that you're the best instead of you saying that you're the best. And that's what case studies and testimonials can do for you. So if you've been feeling like you're kind of fraudish and you've been really nervous about putting yourself out as an expert, just make sure that you have these 3 E's taken care of and tackled, and you're doing it consistently, and you'll be good to go. I hope that this has helped you, and until next time, I'll see you later. So I just got done shooting 2 YouTube videos. I'll take it. I wanted to do 6, but I ran out of time today. The 2 were really, really good.